Hey everyone, Crash and Crash Customs, Lake Havasu, Arizona. We have more rust repair to do on the 1954 Ford Victoria Crestline. The end has to be coming soon. First inspection of the car was from underneath and the carpet was still in, and even when we decided to do the front floor pans, all I did was peel the carpet back. I didn't remove all the carpet. Now all the carpet is removed because we're getting new carpet for the whole car, but you can see how massive this replacement panel that they did is. I'm thinking it should come out pretty easy because it's just randomly pop riveted in. Hopefully, famous last words, should come out easy. But also, I didn't notice, this looks, quick glance, full floor, right? Well, it is a full floor, but this section here to here is like a stock replacement, which is also pop riveted in from underneath. They gooped it all up pretty good with some kind of undercoating tar process. I am focusing on this right now. Well, here we are, the beginning of the mess. Super heavy gauge, whatever this is. And it looks like they did try to rust treat it. That's not a bad idea. I'm assuming that's what the silver is, maybe like a POR 15 type thing. Looks like the cross brace is good. Also looks like we got a little bit of heat duct sheet metal, super thin. Should be, look at that, great. Kept the water out though, and whatever they did, whatever this mess is, all gooped up. This is not stock. You can see from below there's screws, right? So that's got to come out. I was hoping I had more of a trans tunnel here because I don't think the new piece goes up this high. More deconstruction. Yeah. Right. This, oh man, this looks not correct either. The toe board. All right, let's get after it. their patch panels are gone. And whatever this rubbery sill, I don't know what it is. Whatever, it don't matter. But there was a lot of it everywhere. I believe most of that is cleared out, and we can see top of door sill. Worse than that side. Inner rail here of the body, inner rocker, that is not intact. And toe board, you can see what they hacked out and what they left, and it's all pretty weak. It's all pretty weak. And tunnel where this heat duct tin, yep. So I want to see if they make a toe board trans tunnel. I'm sure they make. I don't know. I'll look it up. If not, we'll make it, and we'll make it right. So to fix the door jamb rocker on the driver's side, I'm going to use the piece that I cut off of the rocker replacement on the passenger side, because the jamb on here was better. So here's the piece I cut off of the new full rocker for the passenger side. Flip it around. I get this oval here. I just need to cut out the opening to match, and weld it in, grind it down. Should be super easy. It'll be fine. Got the door sill piece cut and fit, ready to go in. Let me show you that. This is a piece from the other side that I didn't use. I opened up this. I'll tell you how I did that. This is pretty much fitted, ready to go in. I do not need this stepped anymore. It, as you can see, it sits on top of the inner rocker, and the original floors do not overlap this. So this step I'm going to flatten out. It doesn't need to be there. You can also see originally it was never stepped, so no big deal. Put that on the plenishing hammer. That should go super quick. Let me show you what I used to open up this hole. It was a combo of 3 tools. Hole saw to get that area, both sides. Opened up that real quick. Then connected them with the Sawzall. Cleaned up the edges with a nice carbide tip. Freestyled that. And looks like stock now. Inner rocker piece, welded in, ground down, ready for some sealer. Next will be the piece that goes right above it, the door jamb, door sill piece. little space to work here, but I guess that's my own choosing, putting it on the hoist. It is nice being able to raise and lower it to get to the underside of the floors, but that door opening, whoo, it's a workout, you know what I mean? So door sill piece is in fully. There's probably some areas on the side here I'm going to touch up when I can open the door up all the way, but you can see she's in, ain't going nowhere. And toe board piece is cut out and fitted, pretty much fitted, ready to go. Interesting, like these channels were perfect, but this last one I had to mess with quite a bit to line up. I mean, they make the panel to go all the way up, so if you're replacing the whole thing and taking the column out and all the other peripherals, it doesn't really matter if these are produced a little wider than original because you're replacing the whole panel. But I'm splicing it in. No need to pull column and gas pedal and speedo cable and all the other stuff. The metal up there is solid. So next, weld in that, get my yoga pants on so I can fit into this little gap here. Steering wheel, whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Let's do it. Toe board piece welded in, ground down, and little kick panel piece needs to be made. You can see it's wholly there, but I had to make one for the other side, and I saved my template. Just folded the flanges over to the other side, and that'll fit in nice. Just got to reproduce that in some sheet metal. No sparks on this one for grinding the welds down. I didn't use little sanding disc or even that diamond wheel. I used a carbide tip. It was just way easier to get into these hard to reach spots. And I find that this, if you can put up with the metal shavings, cuts welds down really quick. And for a floor pan, it's fine the way it is, because this is going to get sealed up and coated, right? And you can just ride that bit right on the tops of the welds. Cuts down real quick. But no sparks for the video machine. Kick panel piece is made, got some nice shape to it, holes drilled for spot welds to the floor. Fits in nice, super nice. Obviously, I have to cut the bad stuff out yet, but I like to make the piece and fit it in before I cut and hack everything out, basically, especially for smaller pieces that have a lot of shape to them. But she's ready. The piece is ready. Like I said, I obviously have to cut out the rusty, crusty stuff. But let's do it. Well, I really did it now. Cutting that. There was duct tape here. There's a wad of it. And I lifted the duct tape. I had to. And they used it to waterproof some holes. I guess. So, yep. Put it on the list. First cut for the new panel. I'm not using all of it. Cross brace here, so spot welds would have to be ground down and busted loose with the air hammer. You saw me do it here. And there ain't much that holds a car together. Got some spot welds here every 3 inches, and then every 5, and then 3, you know, blah blah blah. I suppose whatever the guy on the assembly line wants to do, that's what they do. Clean this up some more. Already ground down the spot welds and hammered flanges straight again, but I'll clean this up so I can weld to it. Rust converter inside the channel here and here, and I'm gonna have to get creative here because the new panel only goes to here. Main floor piece is pretty much fitted. It's like 90% fitted, almost ready for me to weld in. I gotta punch some holes for the spot welds along here and the front. But before I put the main floor piece in, I started making the patch panel for the tunnel. That's the start of it. I gotta roll the channel here, bead roll that. And there's a lip here from the factory. You know, this was one piece. Toeboard, firewall was another piece. So to make it stay looking original, make this piece and then make this piece. But keep the seam. That's supposed to be there. Let me show you how I made this. Because it's got, you can see it's got like a nice sweeping S. So right over here, wait, nope, did not use that. I used my slip roll. That's what I did. Floor piece is fitted, just held in with magnets right now. All the spot weld holes are drilled. Long trans tunnel piece made, held in with magnets right now. And then a little corner piece here had to be made for the front of the trans tunnel. obviously it's held in with a magnet, right? So I'm thinking I'm gonna cut the last piece out, single piece, and I'll hopefully get done with the floors. Anyways, I cut this out thinking I just have to make a piece, right? Like one piece. But the sill plate is holy, completely holy and weak, and the inner rocker flange is missing. It is it's really unbelievable. Here are the pieces that I cut out. Some old metal, some new metal, some I don't know, heat duct tape stuff maybe, and whatever this mystery roofing material from back in the day or something that was brushed everywhere underneath to hide their repair. And they hit it real good. They hit it real good for me, that's for sure. I didn't know I was going to get this involved, but keep plugging away. Got to get to the end of this at some point. These two pieces are in. Had to get those in before the main floor goes in. Sill piece, this one and this one. If you remember, I did a rocker on the other side and I did not go into the jamb to replace it. So I cut this part off of the new piece and obviously saved it and just flipped it around to make these pieces fit. Main floor piece, 100% fitted, ready for me to start welding in. Got those two pieces made. I still have to make this rectangle piece. Should be easy because I think I can use pieces from the other two floor pieces that I cut and reposition them. Get me close. To get this main floor piece to fit better, to lay closer to all this cross bracing, I stepped this in the bead roller, get those spot welds nice and tight on the panel below it. If you remember, these panels came stepped, and then I took it to the punishing hammer and got rid of all the steps. I still needed this stepped, but when it came, it was stepped like this down and then up. I needed it up and then down. So just that's how it goes. It's nice to get it to fit right though. Trans tunnel pieces welded in, ground down, ready to be coated. Last pieces right here. This I used from another, I don't know if it was this piece that I cut out or that piece I cut out. I think it might have been that one that I cut out and repositioned it, right? And you can see these marks. This was all plenishing hammer. This rise actually went all the way across. So I dropped this down, put this angle in here, and added the channel. And then I made this piece here. I'm going to weld these two together on the bench and weld this all in as one. I got in such a good rhythm with doing this, I didn't even turn the camera on. This was actually pretty fun to do. Let me show you where we're at. Finally done making floor panels, fitting floor panels, welding in, grinding, and next the seam seal the edges and put a coating on it. But here's the last piece. It's in, it's done, and I'm happy not to be wedged in here. Depending on how close you've been paying attention, when I took the panels out that were slammed in here before to repair the rust, they never had the holes cut to access the bolts for the body mounts. In the front there, both sides, none of the holes were there. And when they did this area too, you could not access the body bolts, which I suppose if you're never planning on taking the body off, what difference does it make? But they're supposed to be there. Anyways, I got them in there. I got new rubber plugs to put in them and seal it up proper. So next step, seam seal, spray it, and move on. Rusty pile of junk. This is the last bit that I cut out. I should probably clean up that pile maybe, huh? This is my favorite. That rusty screw stalactite. All right. Heating system for your home, tin. All right, need a wheelbarrow for that big pile. Wheelbarrow full of bad repairs and rusty original 54 Ford parts. Garbage, all the garbage. It feels good to have something marked off the list though. Floors is done. Did you see that? Did you see that? The floors are done. 100% done. Coated, sealed before that. Oh, it's still wet. I wanna touch it, but I can't because it's still wet. Feels so good to have those floors done and to move on to a rust-free roof going on there, which it's why the car originally came in. So finally to the point I can do what the car originally came in for. Floors are done and the video's done. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you more weekly content on all the projects that are going on in the shop. Thanks.